Hey guys, welcome back to Horror Movie Maniacs. We are here with episode 7 in Insidious 2.
That's a few.
How you doing, Grant?
Yeah, I'm alright. I haven't got my cold anymore.
That's good.
But I'm a bit tired.
Okay, fair enough. How'd that work?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's been a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm alive, so that's alright.
That's always good.
Not like the people we're about to talk about.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
That's a good plug, wasn't it?
It certainly was. So yeah, let's start off with the synopsis as usual then. Go on.
So, Insidious 2. Soon after their first showdown with evil spirits that possessed their son, the Lambert, Renee, played by Rose Byrne, and Josh, played by Patrick Wilson, are ready for their lives to return to normal. However, something is still seriously off, especially with Josh, who, unbeknown to Renee, is possessed too.
Shock horror.
I know. In order to free Josh's soul and finally defeat the malevolent forces around them, now that word, Lorraine Lambert, played by Barbara Hershey, and her ghost-hunting friends investigate the past to save her family's future.
There you go, that's it, that's the whole film.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Yeah.
Quick and sweet, that one.
Yeah. No, okay, yeah, well, good. That's the longest synopsis we've done so far. Well, you've done.
We're building up.
Love it. I especially like that the actors' names are in there.
And I did that all off the top of my head. I wasn't reading it.
Did you, yeah?
Yeah.
Memorised it.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
I wrote it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good writing there, man.
Yeah.
Moving into the writing side
It wasn't
of things.
IMDb, it wasn't.
No.
It was me.
Definitely.
Anyway, this
Cool.
film.
Yeah, so I was just going to quickly touch on a few facts. So we mentioned last time Insidious 1, budget of 1 mil. Yeah. Made 100 mil at the box office.
Yep, 99 profit, lovely.
That's it. Very nice. This time around, bigger budget. Are you ready?
But not by
By much, yeah.
So I was about to cut
No,
you off
that's
there.
all right. 5 mil.
5 mils, which
5
ain't a
mil.
lot.
That's not, is it?
Because then you made 99 mil on the first one. You
Yeah.
know what, we'll give you 4 extra mil. Like,
Bit stingy. Bit stingy.
What does some big horror films budget? I don't even know the budgets of horror films.
I don't know. I think some of them, like Halloween, might have had like 200 mil. I think.
Craziness.
No, not like the latest Halloween. Not not the
Yeah,
other.
but that's just nuts.
But yeah, no.
Decent.
That might have been completely made up. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
so I just pulled that
let's
off the
find
top of my head. Yeah, so this one, 5 mil budget, 160 mil made at the box office.
Nice 145.
I was going to say again, 155, isn't it?
No, didn't
Off
you?
of
Was it
5 mil.
160 it made? I thought you said it was 150.
160.
160?
160, yeah.
I'm not bad at maths, I just missed
So,
that.
that's all right, yeah. So
20 million.
Oh, yeah.
You were
right.
massively off.
Added an extra
You
zero.
missed a zero there.
Yeah.
So Halloween, which Halloween is it? Halloween Kills was a 20 mil budget.
Yeah, it shows.
Yeah, well, thinking about it, how much would what could you do with a £200 million budget on a
Don't know
film?
where that
Although
comes
probably
from.
Avengers
Maybe
is probably
that's
something like that, isn't
yeah,
it?
I was going to say maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Well, now I need to know that. I don't care for going off.
Just
on
going to do a
tangent.
budget episode,
Wow.
yeah.
Endgame budget 365 million.
Shit,
Oh
man.
my god!
Jeez. That's because there's about
crazy.
7,000 actors in it.
Oh
So,
my god!
But
365 million.
that is crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, and you think this only cost 5?
I know, that's
million.
mad, isn't it?
So, yeah, there you go. Profitable franchise so far. So 1 and 2 made a lot of money.
Did make a few quid, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know about the others yet because I haven't watched them. So
Endgame made its
that'll
money
be
back.
another 10 pages of notes next week.
Oh my god, yeah. just for anyone that cares, Endgame made its money back in the first weekend, so now I understand
I'm
why.
sure it really did. Yeah. I went on the first weekend. I went on the first day, I think.
Did you?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't mind Marvel films. I prefer, well, not prefer. I only really like Guardians of the Galaxy
Okay.
and
that's
Deadpool.
fun.
Is Deadpool Marvel? Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah. I was owned by Fox, but now it's Disney, isn't it? So.
Silly Fox.
Anyway, let's.
back to it, sorry.
That's all right. I like the little tangents, man. So, back to Insidious 2. So, starts out, we get a flashback to 1986 at the Lambert household.
Yes, with young Elise.
We do. That's it.
Are we going to talk about the things that we don't like about it during the
We
story,
can.
or are we just going
We
to do the
can.
story then go back to
I
it?
mean, I take it you're just asking me, as no one else is here.
Yeah.
But, we can mention little bits. We'll probably try and get through the story fairly briefly. I won't go through all 8.5 pages of my notes because
that's mad.
I don't know what happened to me this
You
time. I
turned
went
like
full on
an hour and
note
40-minute film into about 8 hours.
I know.
That's work.
And I liked it.
Well,
So that's the worrying thing, isn't it?
enjoy yourself. That's all that
So,
matters. Really.
yeah. I sure know how to have fun, guys. So,
Yeah, young Elise, as I call her.
young Elise, that's it.
Now,
But weren't young Elise's voice, was it?
so I don't know why they did this.
It was Lin Shaye's voice overdubbed
Yeah, why? Like, we get it.
I don't know.
Like, it's a lease.
Yeah.
She's investigating, potential possession. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
And it just looked weird.
So it did look weird.
And they made her dress like old Elise as well.
Yeah, just in case you didn't twig it was her.
Yeah, so I'm fairly sure we can figure it out.
Yeah, did they make, because she's at the Lambert house to, speak with young Josh.
Baby Josh, yeah.
Baby Josh. Well,
yeah.
he's a kid, isn't he?
Tiny Josh.
But did they make the mum, Renee? No, not Renee, sorry, Lorraine.
Yeah.
Did they make her dress the same?
Well, maybe. I remember thinking they've cast a pretty good actress there, because I could imagine her looking like that.
I recognised the actress, but I don't know who it was.
No, I don't know either.
No, or I think I recognised her.
You think?
I don't know. Well, I thought, when you think, I know who that is, and then you can't place who it is.
I don't know how Jenny Ortega's the first actress's name.
No,
she was in it for about 3
We'll
seconds.
come on to that later, but yeah.
Oh, that's the... Doesn't
doesn't
Michelle look nice?
That's... Well...
Considering what she looks like in the movie.
Not in the film, yeah, I was going to say... Oh, there
Barbara
you go.
Hershey.
No, the other one. The young one at the top.
Oh, Jocelyn Donahue.
Yeah.
What's she been in then? House of the Devil, Dead Awake, Off-Season, Summer Camp, The Frontier, I Trapped the Devil.
I've not seen any of them.
She likes the genre.
I've heard House of the Devil's decent.
House of the Devil's alright. Yeah, I don't know any of the other ones. The Last
Fair
Godfather.
Must just have one of them faces.
Yeah.
Anyway, so...
But I think they cast her really well. I think she suited it brilliantly.
Yeah, for the brief time she's in it, yeah. So young Elise, with Lynn Shay's overdub voice, interviews young Josh.
with Carl, let's not forget Carl.
Oh yeah, with Carl.
So when we meet Carl.
Friend.
Friend.
Yeah, they have a little hug, don't they? Like, hi.
Romantic.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not just friends. But
he doesn't want them to be, that's for sure.
No.
Carl's fitting at least.
He wants more. Yeah.
He didn't age a bit.
He did. And then so Elise starts interviewing, young Elise starts interviewing young Josh.
Yeah.
And they're concerned because Lorraine has seen the bride in black
in the pictures,
pictures of Josh when he was a kid.
Yeah, and then there's the picture with the hand as well, which I was like, oh.
Yeah, so then young Elise manages to suppress young Josh's memory. So he forgets.
Have we skipped the hide and seek bit? No, the hot and cold bit.
Yeah, probably. I'm good at this. No, I think... Oh, yeah. No, we have.
Yeah, you have.
Go on. You have. Yeah, fill me in.
Well, I didn't like this bit either.
Okay.
To be honest, they start playing hot or cold. She's like, I'll tell you what, we'll try that. Actually, before that, rewind. There's something annoyed me even more than that.
Should we play it now?
What's that? Yeah, I know, right? Hot and cold.
Yeah, go on.
No,
have a mooch around.
She asks him a question.
Yeah.
And he's starting to answer it, and then she just goes, actually, do you know what? Let's try something else. I was like, hang on a second, let him answer the question.
Didn't even let the kid speak.
Yeah, and then they start playing hot. He's like, okay, tell you what, I'll walk around the house, you tell me if I'm hot or cold.
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
And then Carl's down there, and he with the little thing that he's talking through.
But why?
Walkie-talkie.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
Just tell me where the ghost is.
Yeah. Come on.
And then she goes
Show me where it is.
Goes up to the wardrobe and gets a little slap on the wrist.
Yeah, that's it. And she gets, her arm changes, doesn't it?
I thought it was like a mark, wasn't it?
Yeah, affects her arm. You can see like a black sort of...
Yeah.
Something on her arm.
Smudge.
Yeah.
Smudgy wound.
A low budget special effect. So...
Cool. And then, so they... No, back to then what you said. They suppress it.
Yeah. And then we come into...
the pointless police section.
Oh, no, hang on. But before, Josh points to the door, doesn't he? This bit's quite important.
Well, it at the time, you're like, what is
this? Oh,
yeah,
it's not the time. But as they're doing it, Josh stands up, doesn't he? And he points to the door that opens when he points at it.
So I'll show you. Show who?
Yeah, I'll show you. And then Josh's mum, Lorraine, just is shouting, make him forget. And then the title card jumps up in front of you with a horrible loud noise.
Stabbing violins.
Yeah, stabbing violins. And away we go.
And then we're off to the most pointless scene in the entire movie.
Yeah, completely shit this next bit.
The sort of police interrogation.
Yeah.
And at the time you think, okay, this is definitely a plausible thing because Josh did strangle Elise to death.
I'll say completely shit only because of what happens later, which will make sense when we chat about it. But he's the copper's interviewing Renee, isn't he? About Elise's death. And they're looking at Josh, aren't they?
Well, as you would.
Yeah, well, of course you would.
Yeah,
he was there.
Yeah, and she's defended him.
Yeah,
And then they leave it there, really. They're like, right, you go away, we're investigating forensics, and we'll get back to you. And like, right, wow.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen there, isn't it?
That's right. So, and then we move forward to the Lambert family in the modern day. Just been through their experiences, haven't they, of Insidious 1.
They seem fairly chill about it all as well.
Well, Josh is.
Yeah, but even Renee's pretty chill about it.
Yeah. I suppose
But
that's a fair point, yeah. But anyway, they're now moving into Grandma's house, as Josh says, so Lorraine's house, Josh's mum. And
the Popo are back at theirs.
Yeah, that's it. They're investigating, like you say.
And big investigation, that.
And we see Dalton and Foster having to share a room, don't we?
Yep. They start playing with the tin cans for a second, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do. Quite a cool scene, don't they? Really, with the little tin can.
The scare bit comes later, but at this point they're sort of showing you how it works. And
yeah.
Dalton's not really feeling it, but Foster, being the legend he is, just convinces him to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And it's a great time. And then begins the goddamn baby walker.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I was going to say that's downstairs, isn't it? Does it roll into frame and then it just comes on? Does it just starts playing?
Well, yeah. Well, the baby's in it, and then out of nowhere you're a thud, and she's screaming her head off, and this baby walker's just going bananas as well.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, what kind of baby walker is this that makes that kind of noise?
It's bloody annoying, isn't it? Really annoying.
Yeah.
So,
not in my house.
No, not in your house. Yeah. So. I've just put Renee kicks the baby walker by accident, and there's a bit of a jump scare, isn't it? Because the noise goes off.
Yeah, because it's
stuff
crazy loud.
So, and she goes upstairs and the baby's on the floor.
Oh yeah.
So
a
bit odd.
Fairly
so again, Renee starts getting a bit not this shit again.
Yeah,
already straight away. She's like, oh God, come on, Well,
and there's a bit with Josh and his mum, isn't it? And she's like, the mum sees something. I can't remember her name. What's her name?
Lorraine.
Yeah. She stops him and says, oh, I've seen something. He's like, no, you haven't, because that would scare my wife.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he calms her down and literally says, don't talk about this shit. He's basically saying, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's possessed, but even then you start to see the menace inside come out a smidge.
Yeah, you do. That's it. It takes a much sterner tone, doesn't he? So, yeah. We then flip to, Specs and Tucker discussing Elise, don't they? And that there's now proof of life.
Yeah, and
after death. Sorry, proof of life after death.
Yeah. So, and then they notice the reading room door's open, and that's never open.
Yeah, that's it. So they're going to go in there, but they do the old. It's like rock paper scissors. Do you remember?
Ninja Bear Hunter, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I've got it. Yeah, Hunter Ninja Bear. Yeah,
greatest game I've ever seen.
Which seems brilliant. So instead of doing rock paper scissors,
I'm never doing rock paper scissors.
No, it's now always going to be Hunter Ninja Bear.
And I put some serious thought into this, and I was like, how does this work? My next question is, what do you do for the hunter symbol?
Yeah, we didn't see.
Do you hold a gun up or something?
I would presume. Yeah, because you see Specs does a bear pose, doesn't he?
Yeah, Tucker does the ninja
pose, and then he looks all disappointed when he loses.
Because Ninja lost, which can only mean that the hunter would kill the bear.
I think so.
Becca's Ninja kills Hunter.
That makes perfect sense.
I mean, it works.
We'll have a go later.
100%.
Yeah, we'll put a video up online.
Yeah.
So that'll be on the Patreon. There you go.
Tell us if we're wrong, but I'm pretty sure the hunter symbol is holding a gun. It's got to be.
It can be for us.
Or an arrow.
Yeah, an arrow. Yeah, could do.
Depends which era of hunter we're talking about.
Yeah, how far back you're going. Yeah,
we'll have to investigate this as to what era ninjas were in, and then make it really realistic.
That's it. Let us know what you think, guys.
We'll take everything seriously.
Who beats who in that Hunter Ninja Bear game? So but it's quite a comical scene, isn't it? They go downstairs into like the seance room, and then Tucker finds a little room out the back with the VHS tapes in, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, forgot about them.
So finds the Lambert House '98 one. So yeah,
it reminds me recently of the Black Mirror episode I just watched to do with VHS tapes.
I still haven't seen any.
No,
so I've got to get on that.
Unbelievable.
I know.
But anyone that's watched the latest season, you'll know what I'm talking about. VHS tapes.
I mean, I love VHS, man. I wish it was still a thing. So.
Well, you might have enjoyed the VHS tapes in this episode.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's a little secret party underground.
Nice. I'll go back and watch Black Mirror at some point.
You need to watch Playtest, Ben. Trust me.
Yeah, I know.
Season 2, episode 3. It's the best one.
I'll try and squeeze it in later.
Oh, it's so good.
If I don't fall asleep. So.
Yeah, try not to.
Anyway,
sorry.
That's all right, yeah. So it then flicks back. There's a lot of flicking backwards and forwards between the scenes quite quickly, I think.
Yeah, it was, if you didn't know the films themselves, you'd struggle a bit.
Yeah, it does jump around.
You couldn't just watch this one without seeing the first one.
No, a bit like us doing this, it jumps around all over the place.
Yeah.
So
well, we're consistent now.
we're trying our best, aren't we? We're trying our best now.
I've got bullet points this week.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even, I've said already.
You've got a novel, I've got some bullet points.
Yeah. So it comes back to Lorraine walking around the house. There's some pretty cool camera angles now and again when they're when the camera is tracking around the house. There is some pretty cool shots and things. I thought personally.
Yeah, you like the lighting, didn't you?
I do. Yeah, some of the lighting's really good as well. So yeah, Lorraine's checking on Dalton, and then Dalton says, "Grandma, there is someone standing behind you."
Creepy.
Yeah. I mean, I said it a bit loud, but he whispers it, doesn't he?
It's on behind you.
That's it. Yeah.
It's ASMR now.
It's definitely scarier when you whisper it. So, is there someone behind me now?
Yeah, it's the cleaner.
Sweet. Let's get him in. I wonder if he's seen this. So he could help
Our
us
first
out.
guest, the built office cleaner.
Yeah.
Lovely chap.
I don't know. Seems
Well, no,
right.
I've never
Seems
spoken
all right.
to him. I just assume he's nice. Yeah.
After you must have spoken to him. I swear
I'm never here normally, am I? I'm only here when I'm doing this.
Fair enough. Getting off track again. Yeah, so I have just put. Oh, that's a tense bit. So yeah. That's tense. I was thinking
that is a tense bit, to be fair.
It was a tense bit,
especially because you
probably the only bit in the film. But no, there's a couple of tense bits. But yeah, and then I made a little note again saying pink light shade, pink window, pink glow.
Yeah.
so this film has some nice pink lighting throughout.
Yeah. I appreciate you telling me all about it. Really.
Yeah, like when they go down the stairs, there's a nice pink glow through the stained glass window and stuff. And
I believe you.
You know, so yeah, you didn't see it.
I didn't.
You didn't see it. And then Dalton, like the light shade is pink in Dalton and Foster's room. Well, it's not their room, is it? So
if it was red, I'd understand, but
it might have just been my TV. But, you know, I haven't got the best TV downstairs.
I'm pretty sure
where I
it's
was watching
pink.
it.
No, we watched it in here, didn't we? It's pink.
Yeah, I was surprised it wasn't red. But then maybe they keep the red for the red door and the demons.
But they had a lot of red, like even Elise's little arbour to her front doorway is red.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite cool. That can't be out by accident.
So you noticed that?
I did.
But you didn't see the pink light?
No. I like red.
That's fair.
Well, I don't mind pink.
Yeah?
We're going off here.
We're going off.
So they're at the reading room and they decide to reach out to Elise. Don't know, they try and talk to her.
Hang on, I'm lost. What?
No, they're in the reading room.
Oh, you're back with Specs and Tucker.
Yeah.
I'm still in the room with Lorraine and Dalton.
Oh, yeah,
and there's someone behind you.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot, yeah.
I was just going to mention there's a brief jump scare after that. The baby walker comes on again.
Oh, God.
So that's twice already.
Yeah.
Right? You get where this is going.
Then
right, that's twice.
Okay? They utilise their props.
My notes are telling me that that's twice. So, and then you see the woman in white sort of just quickly walk past the door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, off in the distance, didn't she? Yeah.
Spooky moment.
Well, I kind of thought she was friendly at first.
Really?
Yeah, a nice lady in white just walking past.
The ghosties in this don't tend to be friendly, do they? You seen the first one?
Yeah, but little tiptoe boy was nice.
His dance was nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair enough. There's then a reflection of a woman behind Lorraine in the bathroom mirror.
Oh, yeah.
And then another jump scare. Josh is standing behind the curtain.
Oh, yeah.
And she pulls the curtain back and she's like, "Ah!" It's like, what? That's just a bit weird. Why is he up there in the bathroom?
I haven't listened, isn't he?
Yeah. So, of course he's possessed, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Silly me.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, then it goes on to the next morning. Dalton's been saying he's had a bad dream. He's seen the woman in white. And he heard his dad talking to someone, didn't he? Saying you have to go.
That.
Yeah, you have to go. You have to go.
He gets up and has a little listen, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's it. He projects himself out, doesn't he? Does he project out or does he wake himself up?
I think he just wakes. Yeah, he wakes because he doesn't want to be in the nightmare, so he wakes himself up.
Yeah,
and then
that's
he hears his dad talking.
Yeah.
Or who he thinks is his
dad. Then he asked his mum, didn't he? Is there something wrong with Daddy?
Yeah.
Oh, it's quite sweet.
Bless him.
Yeah, he's worried. So, or probably shitting his pants.
Yeah.
So either or, bit of both.
Couple of options.
Yeah. Josh takes the boys to school, or says he's going to take the boys to school, and then Lorraine pops off to see Specs and Tucker and says that the evil isn't done and asks for their help. And I think that's what you was then on about. That's what you were coming on to, isn't it?
I don't know if we've skipped or not. Because I know they're trying to contact Elise, aren't they?
I think that's what they're doing now.
Yeah, they're at the house
because,
and then
Lorraine says, "I need your help because the evil hasn't gone."
Yeah, she's talking to Carl, then they go and see Specs and Tucker and then they reach out. Yeah, you're right.
So,
and that's where the dice point them to our Lady Angles.
Yeah, Lady Angles, that's right. But also, I noticed something here.
No, you didn't.
So I did.
All right.
on Tucker's laptop, there's a picture on the screen, and I wanted to know what it was, so I kept going back and trying to see what it was. It's a picture of Specs, Tucker, and James Wan.
Oh,
there you go. Nice little Easter egg. Nice little Easter egg.
I think that might have been in the first one, but I might be mistaken.
Yeah. I don't know. I watched it last night.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, yeah. I'm not
as.
sure because I remember reading up on one, and I swear it was mentioned, but I could be wrong.
That's the chair, by the way. Squeaking. If you hear a squeak,
she's back.
Yeah, that's my knees, dude.
So they're in the reading room, and they've got the
Yes.
dice. He's playing with his dice, old Carl. That's how he contacts the other side with dice.
Yeah, he asks them questions and then rolls the letter dice, as he calls them, doesn't he?
The letter dice, yeah. And he has a bit of trouble at first, but then he gradually starts to get more and more, and he starts talking to who they think is Elise, and they direct them to Our Lady Angles, but old Lorraine knows what they're actually talking about, and it's Our Lady of Angels, where she used to work at the hospital.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is indeed. I think. It's alright. I'm just looking at my notes. Yeah, so pretty creepy. She figures out, that's where they need to go.
And in between all this going on, back to Renee.
I was going to say there's the police call, don't they?
Yeah, but they sort of swaps in between this one, so we're not skipping. It just literally jumps in between. But whilst they're contacting Elise in the background, Renee gets a call from the police.
Yeah,
and it's good news.
Yeah, it's good news for her,
I guess.
They say that the scratch, claw marks, holes in Elise's neck, whatever you want to call, forensics don't match. So it's not Josh.
No.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because he had old decrepit hands, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
But it was just I'm a bit like, I mean, unless it's about ghosts and stuff, but it's like, so now they can change them physically. Yeah,
that surprised me, but obviously after this police scene, the whole investigation is dropped.
Yeah.
You don't hear another thing about the investigation.
And I get, I mean, I get it, because you would be thinking, well, how was he not being investigated?
Yeah, because he was literally the only other person around in the room.
But I maybe would have thought, maybe you could have brought the detective into it a bit more. Yeah, maybe he started seeing ghosts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that could have been
quite cool.
It's
almost like they had the idea and then thought, no, it's going to pad out the film too much. It's going to be too confusing. And
think about it, that would have been quite cool if the copper came in and started seeing the ghosts. And
True.
Rather than, I mean, I like Carl in this, but
Yeah, I do. There's quite a lot going on in here already, though, isn't there?
It's a bit all over the place, this movie,
isn't it? All over the place, yes.
And I don't really enjoy that they sort of split off into two, almost teams.
No, and it gives the film a couple, two almost different tones, I found at times, because they then, are they going off to the hospital now?
Yeah, but just before this, obviously, this is where she starts to hear in... what song is he singing? Row, row, row your boat, doesn't she? She walks into the lounge.
Yes, she does, but also, I've put here... but just before that, so after the phone call, guess what happens?
What?
The baby walker goes off again.
Ah.
I know. Third time.
I know.
Third time already.
That's what gets Renee walking around, doesn't it? Because then she walks into the lounge.
Yes.
And there's nothing there.
Oh, yeah, to hear it. Yeah, because she hears it in there.
Yeah, and there's nothing there. And then she walks back, and then the lady is sat in the chair.
Yeah, singing.
With her back to us, singing Row, Row, Row Your Boat.
Do you want to give us a rendition? No, it's fine.
But I've got to say, I know singing, a lot of films do sing nursery rhymes and stuff like that because it is creepy. But this really was creepy.
It really was, yeah. She's got a bit of a strange, croaky voice going on, hasn't she?
And then she gets up and she walks off. And then she discovers that she's actually upstairs. And then as Renee gets up there, the door slams shut.
Yeah.
And then you hear the really cool bit where it's like, don't you dare! Smack.
Yeah, that's it. You do indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she then hears the baby crying downstairs. So she goes downstairs to look for it. And then the old mother turns up again and gives her a bitch slap from hell.
Floors
sends her through a table, knocks her out.
Yeah, I was going to say, that is some slap.
What a smack.
Yeah. Wow, that's some right hand, isn't it?
That's her dealt with.
Yeah. Boom.
And then,
then we jump over to the other group of people again. Yeah.
Our Lady of Angels.
Yeah, that's it. Carl, Specs, Tucker, and Lorraine.
Yeah.
Wandering around. And I kind of like this part because they add in some first person, almost found footage style. Like the ghost kind of adventures, the documentary or the
paranormal investigating.
That's it. Yeah, it feels a little like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
When you're looking through the camera, so that's kind of cool. But it does keep jumping between first and third person. So again, you start to get into the scene as a first person, and then it will jump back to third person, and you're like, oh God, make up your mind.
You're kind of in between a bit.
So yeah, I wish it just kept more of the first person perspective.
Yeah, it definitely adds up, because we like a bit of found footage anyway, doesn't it? So
we do.
It adds a bit of atmosphere.
Yeah, a bit of tension.
First-hand atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we're going to jump back again now to the she where young Lorraine, because obviously she worked there, didn't she? So she has a little bit of a flashback.
They find the room, don't they?
The ICU room.
Yeah, and then it jumps back.
And she's got her son, young Josh, at work with her.
Yeah.
And this is where we get a really good jump scene, I think.
Yeah, take your kid to work day.
Yeah, take your kid to work. We're going to check up on a patient. Come with me.
Yeah.
Little Josh is just looking at something and then turns around, and then this old guy is straight in his face with the super loud music again, and
just grabs him around the neck, doesn't he? Yeah,
assault on the senses again.
Yeah, definitely. But a pretty good scene, like you say.
Yeah, and then we flicker between a little bit more, and then we go to what I think is my favourite scene in the whole movie, if I'm honest.
Go on.
The scene with young Lorraine that we got on screen right now, because it's amazing.
It is a good one, yeah.
She pops in the lift on her way home, and this same old guy's there, and she's talking away to him, saying, I apologise for my son, etc. He's not saying anything. They get to the ground floor. She steps out. He goes off on his way, and she goes up to the receptionist and says, "Why is Parker out of his? Is it Parker?
Yeah, Parker, it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, it is,
why is Parker out of bed?" And she's like, "He died 3 days ago."
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
Yeah. Just like what? Yeah. What are you on about? What?
Excuse me.
Yeah. Again. Ooh, creepy. Yeah. Doesn't she say he jumped out the window or something?
Yeah.
So
he jumped it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that bit. It's so creepy.
It is creepy. Yeah.
Oh.
No, good scene. I like that one as well. It's good. So where do we go on to after that?
Well, they're in the hospital again, aren't they? And then I can't
back
remember
in
exactly, but
they get in the present day, aren't they? They're back. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I swear I can't remember how, but they get directed to go to Crane's house.
Yeah.
So
what
guides them there?
They find his old medical file, don't they?
Oh yeah.
And they see the address on there. Just briefly, just going back to that other part where they did the flashback thing.
Yeah.
They also say, I swear they say at some point there that Parker Crane tried to castrate himself.
Yeah.
Someone asked why he was even in the ICU, didn't they?
Yeah, you're
and
right.
They say he tried to castrate himself.
And it makes a lot of sense looking at it now.
Yeah, it does now, but
at the time,
later on,
not so much.
No, of course. But yeah, sorry, just...
No, you're right.
But yeah, they find the medical file. So they're right, we're going to go to that house.
Yeah, and then it jumps elsewhere then, back to
Josh.
Renee and Josh. Renee wakes up, she's all a bit confused because she's been unconscious from the bitch slap.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Finds a baby, all is well, and then they hear the piano, don't they?
Yeah, so Josh, I think, goes into the bathroom, doesn't he, and his tooth falls out.
Yeah.
And you can tell that, he's the possession is starting to take more of an effect.
Yeah.
Parker Crane is possessing him. And that he needs to kill. I mean, does he hear something? I think he hears it because it says that he needs to kill, otherwise he'll rot away.
Yeah, is that?
Yeah.
So he talks to his mum, doesn't he?
That's it.
He's talking in the bathroom to her.
Yeah. So that's kind of creepy a little bit.
Very creepy.
Yeah, and then they do. Renee, I think, hears the piano playing. Josh and Renee have an argument about ghosts and stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
And Josh says, "Just ignore them. They thrive off of fear. Yeah. Just ignore them, and they'll go away."
Yeah, pretty much. You would say that.
Yeah, never a good way to look at anything, is it? Just ignore it, it'll go away.
That solves most problems. But yeah, we hear the piano, and then they go down, and Rose starts playing the piano again of what she heard, and Josh looks very confused by this, and he's like, "What song are you talking about?" And then this is where Rose starts to realise, isn't it?
Yeah,
she's like, "That's a song I wrote for you."
yeah. So she's,
and you can tell he's a bit like, shit.
Yeah.
But he covers it up pretty well, doesn't he? He's like, "Anyway, you're moving on."
Yeah, he does. Because next minute we jump back to Parker Crane's house.
Oh, God, yeah, I know.
I told you it jumps around a lot, guys.
This isn't even us. I know we do it sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
This is just how the film goes.
yeah, we promise it's not us this time around. So yeah, back at Parker Crane's house with Specs, Tucker, Lorraine and Carl.
Mm-hmm.
It's all derelict, obviously. And we're getting that third person thing again.
Yep.
They go into Parker's room, or what they presume is Parker's room, and somebody, I can't remember who, mentions that it's quite girly for a boy.
Very girly room, isn't it? Yeah, look, there's rocking horses.
Yeah.
Floral wardrobes, dollhouses.
Dollhouse. Yeah. Yeah.
Very feminine room.
Yeah. And then kind of out of nowhere, all the rocking horses start rocking at once, don't they?
Yeah. Love that.
Spooky.
Why have they got so many rocking horses?
I don't know.
Surely you only need one.
I would have thought so.
Maybe two
I
as a
presume
backup.
he was an only child.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's an unnecessary amount of rocking horses.
Yeah, and we're kind of starting to get a bit of a vibe now that
yeah,
Parker's mum may have wanted a girl and not a boy.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's the feeling I got.
You see a little girl sat on the bed, don't you? So if you're a bit like me,
that's what then comes up. Yeah, the girl.
And the first time you're watching, you weren't paying too much attention. You just assumed it's a little girl.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I thought it was a little girl sitting on the bed. I was like, well, it's just another ghost.
Little girl ghost. That's pretty common in horror films, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it looks like, I haven't seen the film, but obviously I know what it looks like. It kind of looks like Annabelle.
So as you were saying that, I thought he's going to say Annabelle, and you're right. It does.
It looks like the Annabelle doll from behind.
Stop it! Do you reckon there's a link?
No.
Or are we being that stupid and Annabelle's possessed by him?
I don't think so. They're different universes.
You don't know that.
I don't know that.
No.
No, I didn't write it.
No, you're probably right.
But
still, no, you're right. They're definitely
maybe it's a
big similarity.
Maybe it's a homage, or I don't know. Was Conjuring even out then?
Don't
know. That's for another day. But yeah, it looks like Annabelle sitting on the bed.
It does.
Probably
does.
And the girl on the bed says, "You can't be in here. If she sees you, she'll make me kill you."
Mm.
That's a creepy
and I'll be like,
sentence.
You ain't going to kill me. You're a little tiny child.
Yeah.
But, you know, understandably, they're a bit scared, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. That's it. And then again, it jumps back. Yeah.
Jumps back to Dalton and Foster.
Yes, it does, yeah.
I was going to call him Forrest then. Don't know
yeah, Dalton and Foster. And this is the tin can wardrobe part, isn't it?
I don't like this bit.
So, no. Do you want to say what's going on? Or do you want
Dalton is it Dalton or is it Foster?
It's Dalton.
Dalton hears...
Foster's asleep. But, oh, yeah, he thinks it's
that's
Foster.
It. Yeah, he can hear whispering through the tin can. He's half asleep, so he wakes him up a little bit. He's like, Foster, go to sleep, mate. Like, it's too late. And then the voice comes back and says, I'm not Foster. And someone the woman walks out then.
Yeah, the line goes tight, doesn't it? And it leads straight into the wardrobe, and the doors come open slowly. But then there's no one there at the minute. Like, the doors are open, the string's tight, but you're
bloody
like,
wardrobe.
What? And then suddenly, the girl runs out of the wardrobe and across the room, doesn't she?
She confused me. What's she got to do with it?
I just think she is probably one of Parker Crane's victims.
That's a good point.
Look
at this. This is why you write notes.
That I didn't even look at my notes.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
That's probably why I might be wrong. But, no.
It holds up.
I think we see a few of the victims and things. So I think she was one of the victims because he kills girls, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So, she runs across. She runs out and she says, help me make the pain stop.
Yeah.
So, which might indicate...
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, I'm a kid. What do you want me to do? You're dead already, love.
Sort yourself out.
Yeah. Dalton spins around. Lots of ghost people are by his bed.
Yes.
That's a creepy bit, isn't it?
When they're all suddenly there.
And they start trying to grab him, don't they? And attack him and stuff.
Oh, it's just unkind. Flashbacks.
So then he's panicking, and then he's woken up by his mum. And he's screaming and crying.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and she's like, it's okay, it's just a nightmare, it's okay.
It's not though, is it?
It's not okay, is it?
No, it's not okay.
Do you think that's okay?
I mean, it wasn't a nightmare.
No, you actually saw it.
Yeah.
And then, we're jumping again.
Oh, God, where are we jumping now?
I know, I don't even know if we're halfway in.
Yeah, it must be.
Guys, this might be a longer episode. We didn't plan this.
No, we're all right. Look, we're well over halfway.
But there is a lot to pack into the movie.
Make the pain stop. Yeah, you're right.
Make the pain stop. Yeah. So anyway, we're back. Josh, I put Josh stuck in the further.
We're not there yet, are we?
Well...
Because this jumps back to Parker Crane's house. Look, just with the chandelier falls on him. Fast forward.
I have got that. There's just a very tiny scene where you see Josh is stuck. And he hits the piano keys, doesn't he? And he just shouts help. It's literally like a 2-second scene.
Yeah, I forgot about that bit. But at least you know he's somewhere, don't you? It's the first time you start to see, actually...
Yeah, that's it. You see he's trapped.
He is somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, so you know it's not him in his body, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you know already, but they're literally just hitting you on the head.
Just confirms it,
Yeah. So we go back to Carl, don't we? Asking questions on his lovely little letter dice.
Yeah.
And it comes up with Moors, which is, do you know what that is?
No.
It says it's Latin for death.
Oh, lovely.
Spooky.
So
I didn't know that
Latin,
before.
isn't it?
I don't know Latin.
No, neither do I.
No. But luckily, Carl's on hand to tell us.
Thank God for Carl.
Yeah. And then that's with the chandelier bit.
Yeah.
It falls down, doesn't it? Chandelier falls down and he saves Lorraine.
Yeah.
Ooh. Just wondering if there's going to be a romance there at any point, but or if it's just good old friendly Carl, because he seems nice, doesn't he?
Yeah, mate, he seems it.
Yeah, he seems it.
But he's not.
So they then realise that the ghost they've been talking to that they thought was Elise actually isn't.
No.
And it's someone stringing them along.
It is. Stringing.
So, yeah, stringing.
Good
See what I did there? Yeah, no, that weren't planned. It's the mother of Parker Crane tricking them.
Yep.
So you hear like knocking behind. They start knocking on or something's knocking on the bookcase. So they knock back, don't they? And then they move the bookcase out the way.
Yeah.
And you know where they go?
Is this the little chapel bit?
It's the bit with the covers.
Yeah. It looks like a chapel to me. But yeah, they start to see mention of the bride in black. But yeah, just before that, obviously, just jumping back. Sorry. This is a bit where you see this a couple of times in this film, don't you? The hoods. Before? So the first time you see the hoods with the dead bodies, basically, all under these white gowns, and they lift them up, and they are very much dead bodies. They're not ghosts or anything like that, because they all start choking a little bit.
Yeah, definite bodies. Yeah, Tucker's like on the floor heaving, and yeah. So.
And then Carl sees like a woman in black, sort of mannequin almost, just where they hang the clothes up. So again, this is where we learn now that if he touches something, he can get insight. Yeah,
I like this bit though, to be honest.
Yeah, and then it does a little flash to, I mean, we know it is, but an old chap putting on some heavy makeup.
Yeah, and then don't they find, is this just after they find the chest with the newspaper clippings in?
Yeah, literally just before the mannequin, but yeah, they find a chest saying the Black Veil Bride.
Yeah, that's it. So they're getting some insight. He touches the veil, like you say, he sees Parker putting on the makeup and realises the Black Veil Bride, or the Bride in Black, or whatever you want to call her.
It's a geezer.
It's a geezer. It's actually Parker Crane.
Yeah.
So, and they kind of get that he wants his childhood back, basically.
Which he would.
So yeah, which is why he went after young Josh.
Yeah.
So
makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he just wants to be a kid again, doesn't he?
That's it. Yeah. We then
jump again.
Yeah, we jump back at the house, and Lorraine is warning Renee. It's not the house. It's Josh.
It's your husband.
But we know that already. Renee suspects that already, and Lorraine confirms it. So there you go.
But yeah, this is where old young Carl then decides. They send Carl in as a mole, don't they?
They do. Yeah. So how does all this come about? Yeah, go on.
Well, they send him over there because they're going to try and, I think they're going to try and draw him out, or at least understand if it's him in the body, don't they?
Yeah.
So he goes there, they're chatting away. Carl notices that Mr. Josh is looking a little bit unwell.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He picks up on the fact that he looks not as good as he did.
Very weathered, doesn't he? Grey and scary
that's a good point. They do quite a good effect of Josh slowly looking worse in this.
They do it gradually.
It is gradual, yeah.
And I also like that they don't ever make him too right, if you know what I mean.
They don't go over the top.
Have his like fingers falling off or something.
Yeah, skin peeling off his face. Or,
they keep it subtle, and I guess that may be a budget thing, but I'd like the way they did that.
Yeah, I do. I hope it wasn't a budget thing. I hope it was a conscious decision to do that.
I hope so. But yeah, then he finds a tooth on the floor. He tries to get hold of the tooth, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
And Mr. Josh asks him if he would like a drink, and he just water. Just asks for some water like that.
yeah, that's a good impression. I like that.
Yeah, why isn't he? He's just like, water.
Pat a kid. Yeah.
And then off Josh pops to get him a glass of water. And as he comes back, he catches Carl just looking at the tooth, I think, wasn't it?
He's about to roll his dice, I think. Yeah, looking at the tooth maybe, and then about to roll the dice, I think.
And he catches him there, and he's standing there with what we both just said was a really creepy grin on his face.
Yeah, really creepy.
And out of nowhere as well, because typically he's just quite grumpy, isn't he? But then suddenly he's just got this menacing smile on his face.
Yeah, and I think that's good to see, because I'm hoping that is actually Patrick Wilson doing that smile.
I mean, it looked like it.
It did. I'm hoping it's not any little CGI touch-ups.
No.
But it's a really creepy grin.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
Yeah. And
then Carl says, "What's behind your back?" And Josh replies with, "Why don't you roll your dice and find out?"
Yeah, and then Carl says, and he's like, "Josh, what's behind?" And then he stops himself and he goes, "Parker Crane was behind your back." And then the expression on Josh's face changes.
That's good, that bit.
To being absolutely pissed off.
Yeah, pretty much, isn't it? He's not happy.
Yeah.
No. So, then roll your dice. So he rolls his dice. He does.
Yeah.
And spells out Knife.
Yeah.
Kniffy.
Yeah, good stuff.
I suppose that knife, and then you know it's on.
That's it. The knife. Josh Parker, however we're going to call him, shows us the knife, doesn't he?
He does. He presents it nicely.
Yeah, he does, nice and slowly, and then attacks Carl. I think it looks like he kills him.
Yeah, but then obviously just before this, I pointed out as well. So he has a knife, but then somehow Tucker and what's his name? Not Tucker. Is it Tucker and Specs?
Yeah, they're in the van outside. They've got Carl wired up, haven't they?
But then they go, oh shit! But then so no one actually ever says knife.
No.
But Tucker and Specs just know.
Yeah, it's a bit odd. So I was wondering if they maybe heard of the scuffle, but they know before the scuffle just happens.
It's like they were watching it with us.
So maybe they're psychic too. Like,
maybe.
They can just tell. They know.
Maybe, or it's a plot hole.
One of the two. Maybe. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I think it's a plot hole. Yeah. Well spotted, dude. Well spotted. Good one.
Yeah, and then they run in and they all start having a bit of a scuffle, and he tries to sedate Josh.
Yeah.
But ends up getting sedated himself.
Yeah.
Tucker does, sorry.
Oh, yeah, Tucker does, doesn't he? Gets it in the leg, doesn't he? I think.
Yeah, he gets him in the leg.
And I presumed there, though, we've got it up on the screen.
Yeah, no, right.
I presumed that he killed Carl there because of what happens in a minute.
Well, maybe, because there's this Specs running in now.
Yeah, super Specs. I was going to say.
I don't know why he looks into the wall.
No.
He looks into the wall. He's like, oh, where are you? Well, not in the wall, mate.
Yeah, then gets walloped in the face.
Instantly punched down.
Sparked out, yeah.
Tries that's a word. Tries to taser, doesn't work.
Yeah, Tucker with a taser.
Gets sedated in the leg.
Flops over onto...
Off he goes to sleep.
Falls over onto Specs, doesn't he?
Yeah, to have a little cuddle.
Think so. Inadvertently, yeah.
Oh yeah, and then it's one of those, he's too heavy to move me now.
Yeah, I suppose it's almost supposed to be a little comedy moment in what's quite a high tension, intense scene.
Then he bangs his head. Yeah, so they never actually show you what happens to Carl, but it certainly suggests...
I think it's implied in this bit now. So the next scene is Carl and
Josh.
Actual Josh, proper Josh,
proper
isn't
Josh,
it?
yeah. Nice Josh.
Human Josh, in, or about to be in, the...
Well, they're in the further.
Yeah. So I just got... Well...
I mean, it makes sense. But they never really touch on it, do they?
No. So anyway, they're in there now with that cool blue light lantern thing going on.
Love the blue lantern and the zero visibility.
Yeah, which I really like the scene. You might have figured, but I'm one for lights and how lighting is used in films.
Appreciate things, isn't it?
Yeah, it's completely dark, but the blue glow of the light is really good.
Yeah.
So they're in there further. And then they try to find Elise, don't they?
Yeah.
To help them out.
Gotcha.
So, and then is that where we get...
Well, this is a bit where Josh starts to really unravel. You are still in between bits and bobs, but yeah, we pop back to the bit in the further, and this is also one of my favourite bits.
Yeah.
Where Carl and Josh are walking through pitch black, and out of nowhere, Carl stops and says, "There's someone in front of you."
Yeah.
And you can't see anything, so you're like, "Oh no, what is it?"
You know there's a scare coming.
He's saying something. What's he saying? He goes, "What's it? He's got your baby. He's got your baby. He's got your baby."
That's it. He just repeats it over and over.
And then just in a flash, you see this wrinkly old, horrible dude, like 1 inch away from his face, saying, "He's got your baby. He's got your baby." Yeah,
just pointing.
But actually, he's a very helpful spirit, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, because he points her in the right direction, doesn't he?
He's like, "Go that way, mate."
So a bit of a jump scare followed by a helpful...
He's a friendly guy. He's Casper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't look much like Casper.
No, he's an old Casper, and he's older.
Yeah, that's it. Grown up Casper.
Yeah.
So he points them back to the house, doesn't he? Which is the house from... Well, it's the Lambert house, but they go back and they go through the door and they're in Insidious 1.
But how cool is that, though?
Oh, it's amazing. I think, it's really clever. I wasn't expecting it when I first watched this. It is a little confusing, but when you connect the dots, it's brilliant.
And I was saying to you before this as well, the fact that they filmed one, probably not planning for a sequel.
Yeah, I don't think.
But managed to use scenes from the first one perfectly.
Yeah,
this one.
This part is really good.
So you may remember the first one, you may not have seen it, but the house alarm starts going off.
Yeah, you realise it's the house from Insidious 1, don't you?
Yeah.
Because you see Dalton in the hospital bed in his room.
Yeah.
And then, like you say, you
hear the alarm.
Yeah,
Josh goes downstairs in the first one, and you see the door wide open. In the first one, you're like, oh, it's just obviously just a creepy thing that happened.
Yeah.
But no, now they link it back to this film.
Yeah.
And it's Josh coming back in the house.
Josh from the future going back and he's opened the door and then set off the alarm. You see the guy in the coat, the trench coat guy, go into the house, don't you?
Have a bit of a ruck.
Yeah.
He's allergic to light, apparently, which I didn't realise.
Yeah. It's a bit of a strange one.
Oh, it's Elise, look. Elise saves the day with a lamp.
Elise puts the lamp in his face, the blue light lamp in his face, and he literally flies out the window.
Yeah, it seems a bit silly, that bit, doesn't it?
Bit over the top, but I kind of liked it.
Oh, no, I loved it. But it just out of nowhere. Well, a light kills them. Okay.
Yeah.
Should have known that.
So yeah, we're
full steam ahead now.
Yeah. So then Josh apologises to Elise, doesn't he? Like human Josh.
Nice Josh.
Nice Josh. Yeah, apologises to Elise. Elise hugs Carl and says that they need to use the memories against the ghosts. So
they said you need to go to his house. You need to go to Parker Crane's house.
That's it. But then we flash back again, don't we?
Which is another cool bit. Now, I know this is in the same movie, but it's still cool.
No,
they tied in the previous bits that maybe didn't make much sense and made them work, but did it twice in this movie, but both times are excellent.
Yeah, no, I'd agree on that. Really cool.
So earlier in the film, we didn't mention, but they're looking at the VHS tape of the young Josh interview, and they can see Josh in the background. They superimpose it and they search, and they see Josh stood in the background.
Oh, that's it. Tucker figures out, he zooms in and does some stuff, doesn't he? Yeah.
And they're like, is that Josh? I'm like, yeah. And this is where it actually makes sense. So we get the beginning where Josh says, I'll show you, stands up and points to the door. You're like, what on earth is this about?
Yeah.
But now you understand completely why that was happening. It's because Josh is asking himself, basically when he was a kid, which way to the house.
Yeah. That's it.
And that's I'll show you, it's this way.
Yeah.
And then off they go.
Points the way, and that's why he points and the door opens.
It's so good,
so he shows his older self where to go. It is brilliant. It's really well done.
It's really clever.
Yeah. No, it is. Like this part a lot. Yeah. So
it's up there, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. When it all, like you say, when it all falls into place, you're like, wow, that is amazing, brilliant, so clever. Wow, that's right.
Owen Wilson now.
Wow. Don't think he's in it. Don't know, he might be somewhere.
He's in this podcast. How's it going? Wow. See, that's enough of that.
That is enough of that. Right, yeah, so Josh, I've put Josh 2.
It's 2.0, isn't it?
I've made so many weird notes. Yeah, Josh, human Josh, nice Josh.
Nice Josh.
And Carl go in the red door.
Yeah, they do.
Which, we then flash to Lorraine.
Which causes another cutback.
And Renee calling out for Josh and Carl.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put Parker Josh.
Josh?
Yeah, like
the
demonic one.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Back in the real world, Parker Josh.
And I thought it was Josh in a coat.
He now looks pretty awful, and he starts chasing them both.
Yeah, he's had enough now, really, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's throwing teapots.
Oh,
he clocks her, by the way.
Yeah, he literally think he throws the kettle, doesn't he?
What an unbelievable shot that was. I'm sorry, Renee, but that was brilliant.
Straight on the back of the head, and Renee goes down like.
I mean, you would.
Sack of shit.
Teapot didn't break, though.
Renee has it pretty rough in this one, doesn't she?
She's such a sort of slender woman.
Yeah.
It's not
Slap
nice.
to the floor, kettle to the back of the head.
Full on rock bottom through a table.
And
teapot to the cranium.
Yeah, I've been dragged around by Parker Josh.
But she still managed to fight, pretty much managed to fight him off. She kept him at bay.
Yeah. So they're scrapping, aren't they? But Parker Josh...
They're scrapping.
And Parker Josh...
That's our Mackies.
...has locked Lorraine, I'd say his mum, kind of, but he's locked her in the bathroom. In the lav, yeah.
She gets out, though, doesn't she?
Yeah, in a bit. Yeah.
So sorry.
No, that's all right.
Oh, yeah, Dalton's here, look.
Yeah, Dalton turns up.
And Foster. Yes, Foster.
Yeah. But Dalton smacks Parker Josh around the head with baseball bat.
Yeah, a little bat. Yeah.
Which doesn't actually do much. It just gives him a minute to run off.
That's all you need.
Yeah, all you need.
Right.
Not even a minute, was it?
No.
But anyway, Parker Josh gets the bat off him, doesn't he? But it's given Renee, Foster and Dalton time to get down in the basement.
Yep.
Lock themselves in.
Which is always a logical place to go.
I was going to say,
there's always an exit.
It's always the worst place, and a basement or attic. It's like, oh.
I've got gotta say, American like houses always have gigantic basements.
I would love a basement.
Yeah, why do we not have it? I mean, some houses have them, but not often.
No, you're right.
Real wasted space, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love a basement.
I thought I found a bunker under my house a few weeks ago, yeah.
What was it?
There was a manhole cover in my front garden.
What were you saying, there's a man under your house?
Yeah. No. And it's out of the way, but I've never really paid attention because why would you?
Yeah, well, yeah.
And it was night time and I saw it was a bit loose, so I went to just fix it. And I looked down and there was a ladder going down. I was like,
oh, wow.
Have I got an underground bunker? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But because I'm a little scaredy cat, I didn't do it that night because I was I'm going in a pitch black tunnel. But yeah, the next day I checked and it wasn't. It's just a drain.
Boring.
Really boring.
That's a shame, dude.
But for a minute there...
We should go looking for spooky shit, though.
We should.
That'd be a new
Don't we
thing.
want to go to that abandoned church?
Yeah.
Well, let's go then.
All right.
See you later.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Catch us next time. Yeah. No, okay, let's finish up. We're nearly there. You'll be pleased to know the story run through that we said would be brief about has been nearly an hour long.
Yeah, but is it? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know. 50 minutes
fun,
into
aren't we?
Well, I am.
Yeah.
You seem to be.
Yeah.
I just hope the listeners are, mate.
I can keep track now. I've got bullet points.
Same.
Right. Anyway.
Same.
So we're going back to Josh looking around, aren't we? He's back in old Parker's house.
Oh yeah, actual human kind of Josh.
Yeah, like
he's in
flashback.
Yeah, because young Josh pointed old Josh to Parker's house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit confusing, right? See.
But yeah, then they get to this scene where it's a bit of a revelation, isn't it?
Yeah, this is cool.
You don't really put the two together, but you know, Josh walks into this what looks like a little girl's bedroom.
Yeah.
Again. With far too many rocking horses.
Yeah, little girl sitting on the bed.
Little girl sitting on the bed, but it's a little bit nicer, a little bit brighter, a bit more friendly.
Yeah, I was going to say, doesn't feel scary this time.
Yeah, but then, the little girl turns around and it's not a little girl.
No, takes the wig off.
Little boy.
Says, my name is Parker.
Oh, no, it's not though, is it?
No, go on.
Then the lovely lady turns up again.
His mother.
His mother, yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that bit.
Yeah.
Don't you dare! Smack!
She's across the face.
Holding up a little picture and it's a little, like, love you, mummy or something, and then it just says by Parker and she just goes bananas. She's like, that's not your name. Yeah. It's Marilyn.
That's it. Say it. It's Marilyn.
It's Marilyn. Don't you dare, Smack.
Yeah. And
she's schizo, isn't she?
And I was going to say, though, the actress here playing the mother is really good in this scene.
So good.
It's like slightly over the top, but not so much that it gets really silly.
She's just you can just tell she's mentally just shocked.
Unhinged. And yeah. No, I like this bit.
But I do love the next bit then where she just looks at Josh, doesn't she?
Yeah. So, yeah, she's trying to get Parker to say that his name's Marilyn.
Is Marilyn.
And then she figures out that there's someone else there watching them, doesn't she?
She's going bananas, isn't she?
Yeah.
You need to calm down.
So, yeah, she looks over at him, doesn't she?
Yep.
And
does she shout you? I can't remember. Or does she just point?
She shouts something, but then she points, and they go flying back out the door.
Yeah, they moonwalk straight out of there.
Yeah, literally.
It's awesome.
It's a good way of putting it.
It's such a good scene.
Yeah.
Oh, look, that look is creepy, isn't it?
It is creepy. I quite like, well, not like the mother character, because obviously she's a
she just growls.
Terrible person.
Yeah, the subtitles are telling me growling. Okay. So she does just shout at them.
Yeah.
And then they zip back out the room.
Growls at them when they fly back out of the room. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then we're back in the basement.
Of course we are.
Again, back in the basement with Renee and the kids.
He's getting through, isn't he?
Renee puts Foster in the cupboard or whatever in the basement, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Hides him in there.
So is that where she then tells Dalton to...
She sort of hides Dalton in a corner and makes him go to sleep and...
Try and get hold of... Draw him out, doesn't it? Try and get Josh, try and get his dad.
That's it, because they want him to go and get his dad back.
Yeah.
So they kind of make him go to sleep and astral project.
Yeah. And then we zip back to Josh in the further.
Yes.
And this is where we see the robes over the head again.
Yeah, but he starts taking them off, doesn't he?
Yeah, as I say, this one's a bit different. They're not dead... I mean, they are dead bodies, but they're not,
Yeah. So it's
rotting flesh or whatever.
No.
But yeah, they're pulling off the gowns, and this sort of thing's been done many times, I think, but it is always creepy.
Yeah, no, I'd agree.
But yeah, he's pulling off all the gowns, and eventually... we snip back actually to Josh, angry Josh in the real world going bananas at him, and he's through the door now.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we zip back, and he pulls off the blanket of one of the sort of entities or whatever, and it's the mum again.
Yeah.
Hello again.
He's indeed. Yeah.
And right after that, is that the bit where we then see Elise talking to Parker?
I think so.
Like nice baby Parker.
My brain's gone.
Yeah, no, he's talking to him, saying like, you need to help us.
Yeah, that's it. She starts, pleading with him to let her in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
the mother, attacks Josh. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's when Elise then smacks the mother over the head with
a rocking horse.
I was going to say, it's
Have
with
your
the
rocking horse back.
Isn't it? Yeah. Gives her a couple of cracks with the rocking horse, didn't she, on the head?
Yeah, fair few cracks, didn't she? And
then
then
the noggin, there we go.
You see the black bride sort of disappear, and obviously to me, you sort of asked me earlier, why does... Because Josh is in there with a hammer about to kill Dalton.
Parker Josh is,
Josh. And so Elise hits the mum with the horse, and then Parker just crumbles to the floor. Parker Josh just crumbles to the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, a bit like, why is that? And my theory...
I like this.
I mean, it's probably wrong, but I feel like it's not. Is that because throughout the film, Parker's saying, "Please don't make me kill them."
Yeah.
And it's very much obvious that the mum is controlling him, wants him to be a little girl, wants to do all this thing, and it's the link to his mother and the control that his mother has over him. So when the mum is hit with a horse and she, sort of is defeated or whatever you want to call it, that then breaks the curse of Parker's, wanting to kill everyone and wanting to hurt everyone.
I suppose deep down he wasn't the evil, was he? It's the mother.
No, he was made evil. So to me it's that control she has over him.
I like it a lot. I think you're right, actually, when you explained it like that to me.
I felt
a bit silly. And two,
no.
and two, I thought that was a great theory.
I forgot that bit even happened until you mentioned it.
I think you're spot on.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it?
It just first time when I was watching it, it just looked a bit. I was like, oh, what? And then
yeah, because it does tie in with the bit after that as well, where Josh is real Josh is then just in his body again. Yeah,
it's just so he just suddenly gasps and wakes up.
Yeah, he doesn't really.
Dalton wakes up.
Have to get back to his body per se, like the first one where you need to get to the. He's just awake.
He's just there, back. Yeah. And then Renee's looking at him as if to say, I don't even know if that's you.
I'm not sure about you.
And he's like, hey, it's me.
I know it's you, but you still were just trying to kill me a minute ago.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Physically,
I'm not really happy with you right now. Mentally, lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he just hugs. Well, Dalton goes over, then he hugs.
Yeah,
his dad, embraces. And then Foster comes in, and then Renee comes over.
Tucker finally makes his appearance by jumping through the door.
Yeah, and then we get this scene with Carl making Josh and Dalton forget again.
Forget again, begin again.
So that's you think then that's it, right?
You think so?
You think that's it? But they've got a
cool little bit at the end.
Definitely. And again, I quite like this part. Yeah.
So do I. I mean,
it could have ended there, but they were clearly thinking of Insidious 3 at this point.
Yeah, and just had a story and just ignored that. But we're not talking about 3 here.
No, but let's talk about this end scene.
Yeah, so Specs and Tucker are at this house, and they have a message from Elise. So this obviously nods now that they are still all working together. Yeah. But Elise is communicating from the further.
Yeah.
So which again
is pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, definitely.
But they're turning up at this house.
Yeah.
About someone who's obviously not well or possessed or whatever.
Yeah.
And this is where you see little Jenny Ortega.
Yeah, you do, don't you? She turns up there really small. Really small. Yeah. Holding a doll.
Tiny little thing, isn't she?
So again. Could
it's
be
funny now, after Wednesday, she's everywhere.
I was going to say, she's got her hair in like little plaits of Wednesday-like as well, when it
comes. I thought that was cool. That's Jenny Ortega.
Yeah.
She can't be any older than like 7 or something.
I was going to say, probably her first appearance. And
Proper Diddy.
But, so she spots Elise, doesn't she? Mm-hmm. And Elise goes through the people at the door and into the living room, it looks like, where there's Alison, a girl called Alison in there who's had an accident and now can't use her legs. So Elise goes in there and she's trying to talk to Alison, who's non-responsive.
Yeah, she's a bit faking, isn't she?
Yeah.
Alison.
But then we hear some creaking and some crackles, don't we? Some crackling and stuff. Yeah. And then, do you want to finish it off?
Well, yeah, and then we just get, I've got to say, unbelievable acting. The scared look on Elise's face is just amazing, but she's like, oh my God.
That's it.
And then the ear-splitting violins come in.
They do, and the Insidious title screen pretty much comes up again, doesn't it?
I just can't appreciate that. Like, the film's done, and even then, they just throw in one little proper, like, holy hell.
Yeah, they do indeed.
What now?
Yeah. I liked that end little scene.
And then it ends.
But it's so violent with the Insidious logo banging right up in your face with the violin.
It is, isn't it?
You know, crashing into your ear.
Forgetting the name of this.
So, yeah, I was going to say, it's like, wow, we get it. Insidious, we get it.
The violins are enough.
Yeah. So love the last scene. But then I haven't watched number 3 yet, but I do know it doesn't involve the Lambert family. It's a completely different story. So,
I watched it the other day, but I'm old and I fell asleep.
Does it? Yeah, I was going to say, does it follow on with Alison though?
I can't. That's a bit I can't remember. I need to
Because
pay proper attention.
The bit I was
to
going
it.
to say doesn't continue on. Like, is the creaky crackling sound there? I had a little look. Was apparently supposed to be the lipstick face demon, like the noises that you get in number 1 when he's around. So,
yeah, but it's not. I mean, it definitely wasn't obvious to me.
It wasn't obvious to me, but yeah, it's just saying online that's what it was going to be, but then for some reason they didn't. I'm still excited to watch the 3rd one. But anyway,
it is good. It's just they. I think the only real combination, almost like a prequel in a way, is Elise before she goes and speaks to what's their name? Have I forgotten the main Watsons? Who's the main family? Lamberts.
Yeah.
Watsons.
Who's the Watsons,
Who's
mate?
the
Yeah,
Watsons?
I don't know.
Yeah, Lamberts. It's sort of before she goes and does all that work with them.
Okay, right. Yeah, I mean, we're going to cover it next week anyway, aren't we?
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, what did you make of this one then, dude?
Do you know what? I did really like it.
Yeah.
1's still better.
Yeah, definitely agree.
But I do still really like 2. I like the depth of the story. I very much like the links back to the first one, like we touched on with the door opening and
I would agree.
Using the further and explaining some bits that they didn't have to, but it made it for some cool viewing.
Yeah, definitely. There's some real clever stuff in here. There's also, unfortunately, some stuff that just didn't need to be there.
No, the police thing is completely pointless.
Yeah, it is completely pointless.
Or they could have done something with it, like we touched on. They could have really gone somewhere with the detective or something.
Yeah.
Really,
it would have made it so long, though. I mean, the film runs at hour and 45 already.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
kind of long for a horror.
But especially with all the constant flicking between, I think that
that's what got me the most.
That does bother me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Stick with something.
Yeah, there is a lot of jumping from scene to scene, sometimes in quick succession. That was making me a bit like, what? And then I'll be like, have I just missed something? What? Hold on.
I feel like thinking about it, the whole hospital scene, you probably didn't even need it.
No, they could have probably sped that up. Although I did kind of like the hospital scene.
No, I did like it, but you didn't need it.
No,
because you only really needed Parker's house.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's just my theory. But I do.
They just literally went there and found the medical record. Did they find the medical record there?
And then that's where they get the address.
Yeah. So they could have done a way of speeding that up.
Yeah, they could have just found a reason to know the information, couldn't they?
And like I say, it did feel like they couldn't figure out whether they want first person, third person, and it jumped back and forth, which is a bit of a shame. I found this time around, I didn't find Specs and Tucker as entertaining. They weren't as funny.
They didn't really have as much time, did they?
They didn't. I liked the Hunter Ninja Bear thing or whatever. That was comical.
It's changed our lives, that.
Yeah, definitely has. But yeah, they took a bit more of a back seat. I liked Elise again.
Elise was decent. Not dubbed Elise, that was just weird.
Oh yeah, dubbed Elise was weird.
It's just so pointless.
Patrick Wilson I thought was better in this one.
He's brilliant.
Yeah.
Really good. Has some real layers to him.
Yeah, upped his game.
Especially like possessed Patrick, that was...
Yeah.
Or possessed Josh, rather.
yeah.
Same thing, innit?
That's what I was going to say. He had more to do, didn't he, really?
He had a lot more to do.
Part. Yeah.
It wasn't just your typical American dad or whatever.
No.
It was
a dual role almost, wasn't it? So, because he was playing normal human Josh and possessed Josh.
It was convincing, because I remember seeing real Josh, nice Josh, for the first time and just being like, yes!
Yeah.
He's still there.
Yeah, you're happy.
I almost missed him.
Yeah.
But it was lovely.
Yeah, I think again, Rose Byrne was good for what she had to do as Renee.
Consistent, yeah.
Yeah, obviously took
Lorraine was pretty consistent.
Bit of a kick in. Yeah, Lorraine was fine.
I did like Carl. Yeah,
I was going to say Carl. I liked.
He was really nice. He was likeable.
I'm wondering if we'll see him again at any point, or if they'll.
It'd be really cool if in Red Door they bring them all back somehow.
Yeah. Or I mean, I was wondering if he's in the third one, because you say it goes back to show.
I don't remember him in the third one.
Yeah.
It's not so much back. It's an older Elise still.
Oh, but like just a different case.
Yeah, she was. She doesn't want to basically do it anymore because every time she does, there's someone there.
Oh, okay.
But then obviously she takes sympathy on this girl who's lost her mum, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, that's for another time.
But no, I liked Carl. He seemed like a nice fellow, didn't he?
He was
just
a nice
caring chap.
Yeah. And he obviously had feelings for Elise, but they never got together properly, did they? They seemed like they regretted that.
Yeah, and I did wonder, and I know obviously, he just saved her because obviously didn't want Lorraine to die, but I did wonder if there was going to end up being an arc where then him and Lorraine...
It looked like it could have been, didn't it?
Yeah, but...
But they didn't go with that one.
They didn't. No.
So yeah.
Okay, right. Yeah, we're back. So
Small pause.
Yeah, small pause. Sorry, still a bit not up to scratch with the tech, are we? But
we know how to pause them. You press the button well.
Yeah, but I won't edit it out.
Nah,
I'll just leave it for now.
Pointless, innit? Keep it raw.
Yeah. So Parker Crane and I'm going to say Mother Crane because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they give her a name, do they?
No. How did you find them?
I really liked them, although I don't think they used them well enough.
Yeah. Parker Crane actually kind of wasn't really in it that much. It was mostly the mother. Yeah,
and I say in the first one at the end where you see the picture.
Yeah, you think,
and you see the little pictures at the beginning where he's following. I don't think, apart from when they go into Parker's house and they find like all the bodies under the, where Carl has that flashback.
Yeah,
I don't really remember seeing much else of the Black Bride. They call it.
No,
there's one. Bride, whatever.
There's one little jump scare where the bride in black's face just flashes up on the screen for like a second.
Yeah, and also when he hits the mum, when Elise hits the mum with the horse, you see her sort of fade away. Sorry.
Yeah, that's it. But there's not, and you see the makeup being applied. But apart from that, a bit underused. Because I thought that would be the main antagonist. Yeah,
and the mum was really scary at points, but then also just not really.
Yeah, there's a couple of moments, wasn't there, where you're a bit sort of, oh, that's pretty cool, but
I think they did the best they could with that, because I mean, how scary could she be really? But the bits that stand out are like the "Don't you dare," that really stands out.
That's good. That's one thing you remember from it, isn't it?
Row your boat.
Yeah,
very very scary as well. That reminds me of Evil Dead Rise a little bit with the mum.
Yeah,
it's got that similar vibe. Well, obviously, Evil Dead Rise was after this, but
I think they've done a fairly good job of making you realise just how much of a horrible person the mother was. And that it actually wasn't Parker who was troubled, although he racked up, what did they say, 15 victims or something.
He did well.
It was all forced by the mother's hand.
But again, I don't think they explain it enough.
Yeah.
I get that she wanted him to be a little girl, I get that.
There could have been a load more. Maybe cut out some of the, like you say, cut down on the hospital scenes. Add a bit more.
Feel the whole hospital scene where they're exploring the abandoned hospital. I get why it was in there, but it went on for too long for me. Fair enough. They could have used that time better elsewhere, I think.
Yeah. I'll definitely be down for them adding, or if they had added more scenes with Parker and the mother.
But as I say, the bit with the mum as well at the end, where she's having a go at Parker, saying that your name is Marilyn. Your name is Marilyn.
Yeah,
that bit was cool.
Yeah, pretty intense.
But again, I don't. Considering they were the main two, like villains.
Yeah.
They didn't really have I don't know. I felt a bit underwhelmed by them.
Yeah, I would say not scary enough, to be honest.
No.
Kind of some decent-ish scares, but I remember seeing the lipstick face demon in the first one.
Just about to say that.
And literally jumping out of my skin, thinking, "Oh my god, what
lipstick is still terrifying to this day." And you go from lipstick to these guys. And I guess maybe they were cursed, to be honest, because lipstick was so strong. How could you even try?
Yeah.
And compare to that, but I don't know.
Yeah. So not as good. Could have been handled a little better. But I mean, well acted by whoever played the lady who played the mother.
I don't know.
Like I say, slightly over the top and a little cheesy, but enjoyable.
Yeah, I did like. Don't get me wrong, I loved them both, but I just think they could have been better.
Yeah, fair points. Yeah, I agree.
Always one for fair points. What do you think? Did you like them?
I'm pretty much in agreement with you. Yeah. I did like them, but felt they were underused and could have been, especially the mother, could have been scarier.
Yeah, and it could have just been a bit more like haunting vibes, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it was all seemed to just be. I don't know. This film was a little bit chaotic, wasn't it?
It was. I'm not going to lie. At times, like I say, I actually watched it twice because the first time I fell asleep a couple of times.
Yeah, I watched it
and then I woke up and I had no clue what was going on.
No.
And I don't think I'd missed much, but I'd missed enough because
you really have to pay attention.
Yeah, because it jumped around scenes so much. I was like, I'm lost.
Yeah.
So second time when I watched it, that's why I super concentrated and took absolutely tons of notes.
I didn't even know it was possible.
What?
To take 8 notes on Insidious.
8 pages of notes.
That's crazy.
Mate, I could have probably gone even deeper.
No, I mean, I like the commitment. The effort's next level.
Thank you. But, so not scary enough. I felt the jump scares were kind of cheap in this one.
Yeah, the baby walker.
Yeah, 4 times.
4 times.
I counted. And the only one that was really, I thought was decent, was where it suddenly flies up in the air.
But literally about to say that. The bit where she runs into the hallway and then
bang,
that and something else flies up into the air. You're like, damn, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the first one where it kind of comes in and the lights come on and the music comes on, a little creepy, but the only actual scary one was where it flies up in the air.
It's been done 100 times, isn't it? A toy makes a noise or something.
And I thought there was an attempt at too many jump scares. I was trying to sort of count them at one point, and I lost count because I was like, but it's just ones where there'll be a loud noise and the face will flash up on screen.
Yeah. And also the bit with the hood's done twice.
Yeah, that's it.
Both really good, don't get me wrong, still liked them, but you didn't need it twice.
No, I just think they could have tried a little harder on the jump scares, and I didn't really feel much tension.
No, the further was still creepy, but nothing like the first time.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe it was just because we'd seen it before.
I like the bit with the old man where he can't see him.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's got your baby. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I say, there were some tense bits, like where Dalton said to his nan, "There's someone behind you,"
and the cut
and you
bit.
see glimpses and stuff. So, but it just wasn't. There was no sustained tension.
No, definitely not. You didn't feel uncomfortable.
No, and the first one I think had it in spades.
And I think
I was tense for quite a lot.
They kept leaving it. You're in it 1 minute, then you're in the hospital, then you're in Crane's house, then you're with Renee.
That's a really good point.
They didn't stick with any. No. If they'd stayed in the further for a bigger chunk of time,
let it breathe. That's it. Yeah,
let it breathe.
Give you time to take it in.
Exactly.
Before hitting you with the next scene, and you're like, what? Yeah, hold on.
It's just a bit sporadic, this one.
Yeah. So tension fairly non-existent.
Yeah. So
jump scares,
likes and dislikes then, I suppose this ties us in nicely.
Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned this earlier, but one thing I did like, and I'm a sucker for this, is the lighting.
Yeah, you do like
the lighting and the use of colour.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I felt was really good. Even when you see Josh and he's slowly becoming more Parker-ish or demon-like, I think the colour is kind of draining from his face and stuff a little bit.
Looks washed out. Yeah,
so subtle use of colour there. You had the pink lights coming through the window, coming down the stairs. The pink lampshade.
It's funny you said that, really, because as I've been watching it in the background, I've started to notice the pink a lot, whereas I never would have painted it.
Yeah, and then obviously you have the red door.
Yeah, the red door.
And then when they're in the further, they have the blue glow on the lamp.
Yeah.
So I do think the use of colour was good.
They definitely, I completely agree. I like the colour also. I do like the sound a lot.
Yeah.
Especially one of my favourite bits is the piano.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like that so much, but she's playing the song to him and he doesn't recognise it. That stuck out for me.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that.
Nice. That's fair enough.
Well, I've sort of taken over here, but what else did you
like?
No.
I was going to say, so I like Patrick Wilson's acting. I say,
solid.
I said that earlier. Most of the acting was okay, although another dislike. It's going to sound a bit hard. Some of the dialogue was shockingly bad.
Yeah,
I haven't got a particular line because there was quite a few. But and it wasn't the way they were delivered. I don't think from the actors. I think it was the writing.
Just the writing, yeah.
Yeah, some of them were a bit like. What would you say that? And come on.
Yeah, I mean, I like the row your boat bit.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
But there was no point in it. What did that have to do with anything?
I think they were just trying to emulate the Tiptoe Through the Tulips creepy tune, maybe.
Again, just don't bother.
Yeah.
Tiptoe was too good.
Yeah, that's it. Do something different. Yeah, again, but that's going back to what we were saying. I think because we'd seen it all in the first one, there wasn't anything overly new in the second one to be like, apart from, no, I'll tell a lie, the time travel aspect.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I really loved that.
That is a big like for me, probably the best like in this one for me, the time travel bit,
Yeah, no, I really appreciate that, especially as I said, linking back to the first film, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming, and then when it happened, I was like,
considering they probably didn't plan for it. I mean, if they did plan for it, then fair enough. But equally, it's impressive if they did or didn't plan for it. That was great.
Yeah, bit sick of seeing the title card come up really loud in my face.
The violins always get me, but it's like I got it. Yeah,
I thought they'd have changed it up for this one.
I mean, but then also it is so piercing.
Oh yeah, it really is.
Like, I don't remember a sound in the film being that just abusive to my senses. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's just bang.
Yeah. Again, I thought Elise or Lin Shay was good.
Yeah, she was solid.
Always solid. Always good.
Didn't see enough of Foster.
you like him, didn't you? Yeah, you like him.
He's a good kid, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good kid.
And he's barely in it.
Yeah.
Not fair.
It just hasn't got much to do, is he?
Bloody
Bless him. Yeah. What I was going to mention, Carl's dice. I haven't seen that before.
No, that was
letter
cool.
dice.
Yeah, that was clever.
So I was just saying I'd seen it all before, but I actually haven't, have I? Because I haven't seen the letter dice before. So that was kind of cool. Although the words literally fell out in front of them instead of like the letters being all scrambled and them having to try and figure out the words. It was like, oh look, it says.
Oh, except
yes,
for,
it
except
says
for one bit
it says
when they didn't see it, but Tucker did, and it said like kill or something on it, didn't it?
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10 when he rolled the dice,
he's just there
it was
for
just
him.
spelt out in front of him. So, but
Knife.
maybe that's how it
Knife.
happens. You know, I'm not a paranormal investigator yet.
No.
Yeah.
So
you know,
there's room for us to grow.
Branching out, you know, we could at some point, but So some likes, some dislikes, middle of the road kind of really for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm much the same. There's some bits that I've sort of touched on that I really liked, with the links back to the first movie and the "Don't You Dare" being said by the mum. I really like that.
That's good. Yeah.
The row boat was pretty cool, even though it had no real meaning. I enjoyed it. I thought it was quite cool.
I can't see a meaning in it actually. Yeah.
I like as I said, the old boy that they can't see, and he's like, he's got your baby, he's got your baby.
Yeah.
Thought that bit was pretty good.
Yeah.
The piano scene, enjoyed the piano scene. So yeah, I more enjoyed like random bits of the films rather than
it was a
anything
coherent
particular.
whole.
Yeah, so things I did dislike were the police bit. That mainly because they could have done something with that, but just didn't.
Yeah, just vanished,
forgot all about
it.
Just never mind, eh?
Yeah.
And as I say, I don't think they utilised the antagonist too much. I mean, I still overall really enjoyed this film, but there's more wrong with it than the first one.
Definitely. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Just nowhere near as much as the first one, unfortunately. Like I say, I think it's kind of just above average for me. Was hoping for more. I didn't want it to be so chaotic and all over the place.
Yeah, it was too chaotic. I mean, IMDb gave this, I think it was like a 6.5, and I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, for a horror movie, typically IMDb on horrors are always harsh as hell on them.
Yeah, they usually are.
So 6.5 is actually really high.
I mean, I
for
don't
a
know what
horror
they
film.
gave the first one. Probably
I'm just going to offend
like
myself.
6.8.
I know. I think it got fairly good reviews, if I'm not mistaken, but I might be wrong. But
I think it did. I don't know. I just come away with this one feeling a bit. Yeah, my senses had a bit of a battering, and not exactly the best way.
Oh my god, Ben, you've got some skills here. Insidious 1 got 6.8 out of 10.
Oh, what, really? Oh,
that's mad.
That's worth way more.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think, but to be fair though, as I was saying, like horror films on IMDb typically do very poorly.
Yeah.
And a 6.8.
I mean, I don't ever look at the ratings on there because it's not my go-to. You know,
but a 6.8 for a horror film on IMDb, I think is actually really good.
Probably good. Yeah.
So I actually think that the 6.5 for number 2 was a bit generous.
Yeah, I'm wondering about Rotten Tomatoes now. Do you ever look on there?
No, I don't.
I look on there occasionally, but I don't take any.
I can't do that because
I don't let it decide whether I watch a film or not.
But I swear Rotten Tomatoes has given like that Winnie the Pooh film like a really high rating because of viewers' ratings.
Why is it not amazing?
Well, didn't you watch it?
Not yet. No.
Oh,
I went to.
But I couldn't do it.
But for some reason, the subtitles wouldn't turn off on my TV, and it just pissed me off. So
I still couldn't bring myself to do it.
I thought you did.
No.
Okay.
Because I read the reviews.
Maybe we should watch that together.
Yeah, we should.
Maybe that's our next Larmageddon.
I don't think anything's Larmageddon.
No, true.
I'll be up for doing that.
I'm hoping, guys, by the way, we persuaded some of you to watch Larmageddon.
Oh, God, yeah. It's a journey.
If you didn't, what are you doing with yourself?
It's one of my favourites now.
Yeah. It's going to be up there of shit but good films, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Right, moving on very quickly. Last couple of bits. So we're not going to go for Easter eggs this time because there's not really that many in this one, apart from nods to the first film.
I was going to say just a laptop bit with James Wan, I think, on the screensaver.
But I have found some interesting theories online, and I'm here for them. I think they're brilliant.
Yeah, go on. I like when you bring all this stuff up.
Yeah, gotcha. So there's a bit of a theory that it's very much linked to The Conjuring. Now, again, bear in mind this is fan theory, so it may not be right, but it does hold up some of them. So there's some bits that people are talking about. So when they're lifting up the sheets off of the people that Parker Crane has killed, the final one they lift off is Lorraine from The Conjuring.
Okay, nice. That's a good one. And that must be when Josh is taking them off, because that's the only time you see their faces, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think they might mean in his house where they're the actual dead bodies. Because they start to lift them off. Well, you might be right, actually. I
didn't think you saw their faces the first time.
Yeah, no, you do see them when Josh is in the further.
Yeah. Okay. I might go back and have a little look at that.
Yeah. So if that's true, then that's brilliant.
Yeah.
In the movie, there is a big wardrobe in the middle of the room, just like in The Conjuring.
Okay, I wouldn't have remembered.
So I get that's a bit specific, but then also I bet you it's really obvious if we go back and watch The Conjuring. I bet there is a massive, because I said to you earlier about jokingly I went bloody wardrobes.
Yeah.
Because it is so obvious that this wardrobe is always a major part.
Yeah.
The mother of Josh in this movie's name is Lorraine.
Yeah, I did wonder if because I've been saying Lorraine quite a lot through this episode,
Yeah,
haven't I?
I know,
But
right?
and obviously it's Lorraine Warren, isn't it, in Conjuring? So
Yeah.
nice.
The other bit is in the movie they say they have to conjure a spirit.
Yeah,
So there's a little bit of a stretch this one, but they are literally using the word conjure.
I did kind
Conjure?
of think that when they said it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then I didn't bring it up because I thought, well, it's just a word, isn't it?
Yeah.
So-
Also, all the stuff happening in the second one,
Yeah.
so Insidious 2, is from the other point of view from the first one. So it's filmed in a different point of view, because the first one was more from a spirit's point of view, wasn't it, if I remember correctly?
Oh, I don't know.
Either way.
Yeah. Okay. No. I'll take it.
And then, the last person, the last bit is mentioned what we've been talking about, really. All the noises from the first one with the alarms and the doors and stuff like that is actually the ghost of the husband in the second one trying to warn his wife.
Yeah, like we say, we thought that was clever.
Really
and it was
good.
clever.
But if there is
Really
some
well
links to Conjuring, then that is amazing. And also considering that Patrick Wilson plays Ed Warren.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Maybe.
And also you want to
I'd
say
have
that
to-
Ed Warren and what's the...
Ed and Lorraine Warren were actual, real life
Real
paranormal
people.
investigators.
We
weren't
might have to do Conjuring next.
they? Yeah.
Well, not next, but...
Potentially. Maybe down the road, yeah. Again, I've only ever seen the first one.
Well, I like the second one.
Okay.
I
I've
do
heard
like the
good
second
things
one.
about the second one. Yeah.
Sinister's another one as well. It all
Yeah.
seems to be in like the same realm. to
Yeah,
me.
and I think that's why I sort of clumped Insidious 1 in with that kind of lot
I
of
still like
films
Insidious.
as kind of well done but generic-ish horror, you know?
But Insidious, Conjuring, and Sinister, and Annabelle, and Nun.
Yeah.
Blimey, that kept going.
Yeah.
They're all kind of like the same thing to me.
Okay.
They're all very closely linked, aren't they?
Conjuring, Annabelle, and the Nun are all in the same universe.
Yeah. No, but
Yeah.
to me, like if I just think about them, if I think of Insidious, I think of Conjuring.
You think they're all... Yeah.
And
I
think
know
of-
what you mean.
Sinister.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my little 2 cents at the end there.
Nice. I've got no Easter eggs or fun
Shame.
facts, I'm afraid.
Shame.
Yours were good, though. Yeah, I like that fan theory.
It's
kind
cool
of
if
thing.
that's true.
Yeah.
Right.
So, the only thing left to do then really is... do you want to give it a rating? What did we do last time? We gave it an out of 10 rating, didn't we?
Yeah,
So,
out of 10 seems fair, doesn't it?
So, last time I gave Insidious 1 8 out of 10.
What did I do? 9 or something, wasn't it? I rated it high.
I think you rated it really high, yeah.
I think I went with 9.
Yeah, so, I mean, 6.5 seems a little low, so do I want to go 7? It seems around about a 7. I did enjoy watching it. Oh no, but that's only 1 point off of the first one. I'm going 6.5.
6.5. I am going lower. I'm going with 6.
Yeah.
I say I enjoy it, but it's just a bit too all over the place for me. And that, as I said, I touched on that they didn't utilise the villains enough, considering that Lipstick was so unbelievable.
Yeah.
They should have tried to do something similar or
Yeah.
brought him back.
Yeah.
Like, they shouldn't have just gone away from him.
I think that's probably why Red Door is hinting that he's coming back, isn't it?
But
'Cause
there's
he's
and
iconic.
he'll be amazing, won't he? Because they've got a budget this time, so he's
Yeah.
going to be
Yeah,
incredible.
that'd be interesting to see what the budget is on the new
But yeah,
one.
I think they went the wrong way with this, if I'm honest. I do enjoy. I know it sounds like I'm just hating on it. I did enjoy it. I just think they underutilised a lot of things in the film, and they just went in a strange direction with it.
Too chaotic. Too many sort of groups of people splitting off elsewhere. And
Definitely watch it. It's worth a watch, but
yeah, I think the thing for me is that I wouldn't bother rewatching it. Really,
no.
If it was on the telly or something, I might leave it on.
Yeah,
or I might watch it, but I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it.
No.
Whereas the first one, now I've rewatched it, I'll be like, oh yeah, definitely rewatch that
Insidious is one of my reoccurring favourites.
So yeah, I think that's that.
That's
for
our
me,
2
really.
cents.
I'm losing my way a bit.
No, you nailed it. So that's us really this time.
That is us. Yeah, guys. Sorry, it's a bit of a longer one.
not
Didn't
too
realise
bad.
there was so much going on in that film.
Yeah, well, I mean, because the film jumps around so much, we can't really skip anything we're talking
No,
about it, because then
you'd
you'll
lose
probably be like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
Let alone when you're watching
Yeah,
it.
That's a fair point. I hope it all made sense.
I think it did.
Guys, if it didn't, let us know.
We can't change it.
We are but we're
It's
open.
recorded now.
But we're open to criticism, aren't we?
Oh yeah, criticise away. But
Constructive criticism.
we're not going to be able to do much about it now. So.
yeah, don't just slag us off.
Yeah,
online,
yeah. Yeah.
But guys, once again, thank you very much for listening.
Yeah,
Please let us
appreciate
know
it.
your thoughts. And thanks for the continued support. Really.
Yeah, you guys have been amazing on there, to be honest.
Yeah, couldn't do it without everybody listening. So
No, God no.
well, we
anyone listening.
could, but
it'd be a very quiet room, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
No one's listening. But yeah,
Exactly.
your feedback, your interaction online, it makes or breaks a lot of this. So thank you so much for that.
It really does. And don't forget, next week we're going to be doing Insidious.
My Little Pony. Sorry, Insidious 3.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yeah. Oh, why not, eh?
Yeah, Insidious
Insidious
Chapter 3. So yeah,
that'll be a trip.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I've watched it recently, but I'm going to watch it again.
Nice. Good stuff. Right,
but guys, thank you so much again, and I'll see you later.